Hello everyone. Now continue with our previous lecture. We are focusing on the fourth lecture, that is measures of risk, part 3. Here also I am going to explain this particular formulas with the help of few examples along with a live example of particular companies I have taken. So in this particular numerical you have seen there are two portions, Company A and Company B. In case of Company A, the returns are provided 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In case the PEI value, that is probability, is provided 0.10, 0.25, 0.30, 0.25 and 0.10. So if we multiply the RI with PI, we will get the total expected return of 8. In case of Company B, the return is 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. If we multiply it with the PI value, we will get 0.4, 1.2, 3.2, 2 and 1.2. The total expected return is again 8. So, how we get the expected return? It is a summation of 0.4 plus 1.2 plus 3.2 plus 2 plus 1.2. So, if we calculate this, we will get 8. So, in this particular numerical, if we check that both the companies, Company A is giving expected return of 8 and Company B is giving expected return 8. So, if we look into this particular example, we can say that both the companies is giving the same return, we can choose any of them. Is it so? Without going through risk analysis, we cannot accept a security just on the basis of the calculation of expected return. So, what we need to do? We have to calculate the expected return first, then we have to go for calculation of risk. Without risk calculation, we cannot check a particular security or we cannot purchase a particular security. So, for thorough analysis, when we talk about risk-return trade-off, we need to go for risk also, we have to calculate the return also. So, now just calculate the return. So, we have mentioned it, this is the example of Company A. We have mentioned the returns over here 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Then PI value is there. Now, what is our expected return? Our expected return is 8. So, 6 minus 8 equals to minus 2, 7 minus 8 equals to minus 1, 8 minus 8 equals to 0, 9 minus 8 equals to 1 and 10 minus 8 equals to 2. So, we get this value Ri minus expected return. So, this deviation is now squared. So, we get these values 4, 1, 0, 1 and 4. Now, we have to multiply it with the PI value. So, we multiply it with the PI value and the summation of this particular value is 1.3. So, our formula of variance is sigma PI multiplied by Ri minus expected return total whole square. So, when we put it into the formula, we get the variance is this particular 1.30 and if we take the under root of this variance, we get standard deviation, that is 1.14. What is the expected return of this particular A company? Expected return is 8 and standard deviation is 1.14. Just remember this thing. Now, coming to Company B, similarly we have calculated, we have Ri 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. PI value is already mentioned. Now, we have to minus Ri with expected return is here also 8. So, 4 minus 8 equals to minus 4, 6 minus 8 equals to minus 2, 8 minus 8 equals to 0, 10 minus 8 equals to 2 and 12 minus 8 equals to 4. So, Ri minus expected return is this particular value. Now, square this value, we get 16, 4, 0, 4 and 16. Now, if we multiply it with this particular deviation with the PI value, we will get 1.6, 8, 0, 0.8 and 1.6. The total of this is 4.8. So, our variance is 4.8. If we put it in the formula, this formula is same. Now, standard deviation, we have to take the under root of 4.8, we get 2.19. Now see this particular thing, company A and company B. Company A having expected return of 8 and company B is also having an expected return 8. If we calculate this, or if we on the basis of this particular calculation we take the decision, our decision may be faulty, because standard deviation in case of A is 1.14 and 2.19. Now which particular stock is risky? We can simply say that stock B is risky. Both of them are giving us same expected return, but in case of company B, it is quite risky because standard deviation is higher in case of B, while in case of A, standard deviation is lower as compared to company B. So just on the basis of expected return, we cannot take our decision. So when risk return analysis is taken into consideration, we have to consider risk also and we have to consider return also, because both the things are necessary for wholesale analysis, and wholesale analysis is going to give us better result, and on the basis of that result we can select the companies easily for our portfolio. So in this situation we are going to select company A in our portfolio and we leave the company B because it is having higher risk as compared to A. So if we have two particular stocks and you are interested in investing, just look into the risk and just look into the return and then compare which particular company is giving us better return as compared to other company and which is having a lower rate of risk as compared to other company. So on the basis of this we can take the decision. Now I am going to explain this particular thing with the help of an Excel example. So this is 4 companies. I have taken the prices from moneycontrol.com. You can take it from moneycontrol.com or investing.com or any other website of NSE or BSE. You can calculate, you can have that Excel sheet and download it from BSE or NSE site also, moneycontrol.com also, or investing.com also. So there are different sites through which you can have that secondary data, or we can say the historical data of any particular company. So I have taken the case of in cement industry. So I have taken ACC Cement, Ultratech Cement, Ambuja Cement and Ramco. So these are the 4 companies I have taken. Now what I have to do? I have to calculate the monthly returns of all the 4 stocks. I have to calculate the average return of 4 stocks, and then I have to calculate the standard deviation of all the 4 stocks. How are we going to do this? So before starting the exercise, just look into the prices. So I think it is visible to everyone. So this is the prices of ACC Cement. It's mentioned over here. Okay, this is particular prices. This is Ultratech Cement, this is Ambuja, and this is the prices of Ramco. Now what we have to do, because the historical prices are provided, we don't have any base for calculating the return. So we have to adopt a different formula for calculating the return. So what we have to do? Return equals to today's price minus previous day's price whole divided by previous day's price. Okay, so today's price minus previous day's price divided by previous day's price. So simply it's a case of percentage change we have to calculate. So if I take the example, I have already calculated this for all the companies, but for your knowledge or your expertise, I am explaining this. Suppose I take the case of this Ramco. What I have to do? This is 19th August 2024, this is 20th August 2024, 21st August 2024. 3 dates are there. I am just going through this. Just check this. Now these are the dates. What I have to do? I have to take, suppose first date, it will be removed, because we cannot focus on that, because there is no previous date in case of this particular 19th. So what we have 20th August, we'll start with this. So we have to write simply equal to sign, then put a bracket with the help of shift and bracket, then today's price minus previous day's price, again bracket close, divided by previous day, enter. So we will get this value. Again, if you want to check, I am just explaining again, equal to bracket today's price minus previous day's price whole divided by previous, will get the return. If you want to have it in percentage, you can multiply with, suppose we want it in percentage, just put it into the bracket and multiply with 100. So this is the return. Okay, now simply drag this particular till the values. So you will get the return value over here. So we have the returns of Ramco now available to us. Now what we have to do? We have to calculate the returns of ACC Cement, Ultratech, Ambuja and Ramco. So we have already calculated this thing. So we have Ramco, we have Ambuja, we have Ultratech, and I have calculated the case of ACC Cement also. So I have all the 4 cases available to me. If it is not clear to you, I am just inserting another row over here, another column over here. I am explaining it another time. Simply put equal to bracket today's price minus previous day's price, bracket closed, divided by previous day. Just enter and simply drag it. So we'll get this particular prices. Okay, so now what we have to do? First question is we have to calculate the monthly returns. We have calculated the monthly returns. Now we have to calculate the average returns. How are we going to calculate it? I am simply taking this particular column. I am not taking this because I am not using this multiplied by 100 column. I am simply using this particular, I am deleting this particular cell so that it will be less confusing to you people. I have taken this particular cell. Now what I have to do? I have to calculate the average return. How I am going to calculate the average returns? Average return of ACC is equal to, we have to put equal to again. Then just simply AV. When you type AV, you will get different variables over here. Different formulas are available to you. What you have to do? You take simply average and now go to this particular column again. Simply drag this and put an enter. You will get this average. Okay. Now go for the second one. AV, we will get the average value. Simply go to this particular top row and drag it down till we have values. Just enter, we get the value. We go for this particular another company, that is Ambuja Cement, AV, again average. We are going to this particular formula, then dragging, enter, we get the average return. Again average return in case of Ramco. This. Okay, so we simply get this particular values. So we have 4 averages. Average return is available. This is average return as demanded in the question. Now simply calculate the variance. What we have to do? Simply put VAR. We get the variance. Now again drag this return column. Don't focus on the price column because all the calculation will be done on return only. We are not using any sort of calculation based on the prices. What we have to do, we have to use the return to calculate this. Similarly, you have done in your numerical also. We have calculated the expected return, or we have calculated the historical return, and on the basis of that we have calculated the variances. So here also we are focusing on the return only, not on the prices. Next come to second one, variance. In case of Ambuja Cement, and in case of Ramco. Okay, so if you expand this particular column, then you are able to get what is the actual value, because this is the value which is calculated, because there are lots of decimal point. It is minus 0.0000. There are 5 zeros before that particular number. Now coming to standard deviation, is standard deviation. This is a standard deviation, STDEV. Okay. Now this is the value of standard deviation. Now standard deviation of Ambuja Cement, and finally the standard deviation of So now we have all the values with us. This is our ACC Cement, this is Ultratech, this is your Ambuja, and last one is your Ramco. So we have seen the result of all the three companies. Another important thing which I am going to focus on, if you check the prices of these stocks, they are quite different. In case of ACC Cement, it is ranging between 2000, from August 2024 to August, it is between that particular 2000 range only. While in Ultratech, it is around 11,000. Ambuja and Ramco are quite low in price as compared to these two stocks. So we can, by focusing on the prices, we cannot select a particular company, because this Ultratech will going to cost a huge lot of money for an investor. But there are other stocks also which are available in this particular industry where the investor can invest. But while selecting the particular company, the investor need to focus on these three things, and that is standard deviation, variance, and average return. So the average return in case of all the stocks, I think all the three companies are having negative, but only Ramco is having a positive return. Similarly, if we look into the standard deviation case, all the companies except Ramco is having a low standard deviation. So on the basis of this comparison, we can say that Ramco is quite well as compared to other three companies. And if we select on the basis of standard deviation and average return, Ramco is the best company to select between these four companies. So we have to look into the different aspect of a particular stock while investing. Risk return analysis is one of the basic things where we can focus on, through which we can identify which particular company is risky, or we can say volatile, and which company is less risky. In this case, when we take in the actual prices or the historical prices of four companies of a cement industry, we can simply check that these particular companies are having a range of quite good standard deviation, they are in same range. But in case of Ramco, the standard deviation as compared to this is quite low. So this particular company will be selected. While in case of average return, if you see, all the three companies are having a negative average return, while the Ramco is having a positive average return. On the basis of 2 months data, if we go for investment, it is a wrong decision. For proper investment decision, you need to have a better understanding, and at least you should take 2 to 3 years data to have a better understanding what is the historical return and what is the historical risk of the particular company. And on the basis of that, you should select. This particular example is taken to explain you how to calculate risk and return with the help of Excel sheet, which you can easily go for, and with the help of this you can evaluate your particular investment opportunities also. You can conduct this particular analysis on any type of security where prices are available to you, whether it is bond, debentures, or in case of particular security or particular stock, and go for this analysis, which is going to explain which particular stock is better and which is riskier enough. Thank you.